Hello, and welcome back to this sultry, smooth voice that's got another lovely game of Spirit Island for you. Ooh. Okay, that was kind of bad. Anyway, what's up, guys? Welcome back. I don't want that light. I want this one. Yeah, looks way better. Alright, so I hope you all enjoyed the first video, because we are on to the second one. And so, here's the adversary first. We have the Kingdom of France. So their special mechanic is when they have a lot of rules, as you can see, but I'm just gonna narrow it. I'm gonna help you sort out the important stuff. So when they explore, they add 2 explorers to lands that don't have buildings. There's also a lovely Slave Rebellion event in that event deck somewhere in there. When we heal Blight, we actually stick it on this card, and then when we heal 3 Blight total, then we can move it back onto the Blighted Island card, or to the Healthy Island card. When we build a city, we add a town to an adjacent land, and every turn after we explore, we have to add an explorer to the land. So again, we're playing level 6 difficulty, and who are we bringing to the table? Definitely not base lightning. So we are going to be playing as Lightning Swift Strike, but we are going to be playing with the SPaRking aspect. So, Lightning Swift Strike is not one of my favorite spirits. I do not like base Lightning Swift Strike. I do not like it at all. But you know, it's literally like it's in the first box that ever came out, so it didn't age well. But they have given us some lovely aspects for Lightning. Some of them are good, some of them eh. This is one of my favorite ones though, SPaRking. So it's going to help us grab minor power cards, so we don't end up in a reclaim loop. So a reclaim loop is basically you play the same cards, you reclaim, and then you play the same cards and you reclaim. Depending on the cards you have in your hand, if you can't handle what's on your board, it's bad to be in a reclaim loop. But if you can, then it's okay. Oh, and I also forgot their loss condition. So France's loss condition is that after we build in the land, anytime we can't add a town to the board, we lose the game. So we have 7 towns total, 4 and 3, and if we can't run out of towns to place on the board, we lose. So our job is to make sure that we keep our towns small, or that we keep enough towns in the bag so we can go and carry on into the future. Now here's the thing. The beginning of France can be kind of rough because they have a lot of lands where there's towns at. So, for example, if we get, as you can see, right, in the Invader deck, there are 3 Stage 1 cards, right? So if they explore into the wetlands, we're going to get a city. If they explore to the mountains, we're going to get a city. If they explore into the sands, we're going to get a city. So, and if they explore into the jungle, there's already a city. So no matter where we explore at, it's going to be sort of bad for us. But here's the thing. If they explore into the wetlands, this is going to be a hard area for us to reach. So we're sort of going to have to choose one of these wetlands to let go. If they go into the sands, we run into the same predicament. We have to let one of these sands go. If we... you know what I forgot to put down this board? I'm sorry. I forgot to put a Blight. Blight always starts in that land. And if they start in the mountains, that's also going to be a terrible explorer for us. So the best explorer is going to be the jungles, because we can actually handle this. Yeah, I think jungles are going to be our best explorer. So, let's see where we explore into. It doesn't matter. Wetlands. Okay, so except during setup, they're going to explore into every land without a building with 2 explorers. So, this is setup. This is a setup explorer, so we only put 1 explorer in here. However, we still have to do persistent explore. So after we explore, then we have to add an explorer. Then we have to add an explorer to a land. So I think I'm going to add this explorer over here. You have to add an explorer to a land without explorers. I've got cats just running all over my dresser, and we want to fight. So, what do we do here? I have a few things I'm thinking about doing here, and I don't feel good doing this. Because remember how I said we were going to go into a reclaim? But I think my best bet, because I can only... Okay. So I think what we do is this, right? Nope. Cannot reach. That can't reach. 1, 2, 1, 2. We need a sacred site. So what I could do is this. We have a few options. So I could G3 right now, right? So we grow. We place a presence here. And then we do smite. And then that leaves us with 3 energy. And then we get +1 energy. And then what we do is we smite. So we play these 3 cards. Oh, let me show you the cards that we start off with. So regular base lightning starts off with basically we're starting off with Harbingers of the Lightning. That should be good. Shattered Homesteads and Lightning's Boon. However, we are playing. Lightning also comes with Raging Storm, but because we are playing with the aspect, we get rid of Raging Storm and we get Smite the Land with Fulmination. It's kind of expensive, does 1 damage, but it also adds the Badland into the area, which is going to be really helpful when we start SPaRking. Because, it seems like to me, SPaRking seems like you just sort of do little things here and there, and then when you're ready for a big spark, you do the top damage in that land. And it can either kill everything depending on what's there, or make a really heavy land less heavy to deal with. So, I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to go to 3 card plays. Because, right, what will happen is, then I'm going to have to reclaim next turn. But, I'll be able to clear this out completely. Because, here's the thing. I don't want to solve a land if it's not going to be able to get solved. And what I mean by that is, okay, let's say I play Shattered Homesteads. This is still going to build a town next turn. This is still going to build a town next turn. Smite the Land will not stop that town from being built in that land. But, if I do Shattered Homesteads and Smite the Land, then we stop that land completely from building, from doing anything. But 4 energy for a land is kind of annoying, so I think that's what we're going to do for right now. So we're going to play Shattered Homesteads, Smite the Land, and Harbingers of Lightning. So we're going to pay 4 energy for this, and because of our elements, we can do SPaRking, but we do the 2nd and 3rd level. So we'll be able to gain a minor power, and we can choose to play it depending on what it is. So okay, I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to, and because we have, our cards have, for every wind element we have, we get to play it as a fast card instead of a slow card. So I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go Shattered Homesteads first. We're going to gain 1 fear, destroy a town, gain another fear. Then we're going to do Smite the Land, deal 1 damage, put a Badlands there. And I'm not sure if I'm going to move Dahan yet, so I'm just going to hold on to our Harbingers of Destruction. We're going to see what happens in a slow phase. But this land is solved, and now this land could potentially be solved. Oh no, wait, I'm sorry, I forgot to do SPaRking. So SPaRking lets me draw. We get Drift Down, Haunted by Primal Memories, and Animated Rackroot. So, here's what we got. Haunted by Primal Memories, Teeming Rivers, and Drift Down into Slumber. If this, now, and Animated Rackroot. I am thinking about getting Haunted by Primal Memories, so I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to actually push the Dahan into, no, we're going to wait for the Dahan push, but I think I'm going to grab Haunted by Primal Memories. This means there's only 2 cards in my hand, though. But I can at least do, we'll see how it happens. But at least I have a defense card. So we're going to do that for now. I'm not going to play it yet. And we're just going to see where we get to. So our event is nothing, because it's the first turn. And the first turn event card we never play. But if we could play it, we would do 1 damage and save that land. So, nothing happens. We don't have any fear cards yet. So they don't ravage, and they build in a wetland, so we get 1 town here. And then we're going to explore into the jungles. Okay, so we put 2 explorers here, 1 explorer here, And then after we explore, we have to do Persistent Explorer. So we're actually going to add an Explorer into this land. I was thinking about adding it to the wetlands, but there is a Badlands there. And Badlands increases the damage Invaders, Dahan, and event cards do. So if we leave an Explorer here, an Explorer is going to kill one of our Dahan, but then we're going to kill the Explorer. So I sort of don't want to deal with that. And you, my lovely furry little friend, need to not be on that table. But you can sit next to me if you want to watch. Oh, so much talking. Yeah, I'm moving you over. So, we did Persistent Explorers. We're putting them into the sand. And next, we're going to advance Invader cards. Now, what do I want to do here? So, if I let this blight, right? So, we let that blight, and that's fine. We can solve that on another time. So, let's let that blight. And I think what we should do is we should go with Harbingers of Destruction into here. And we're going to push the Dahan into here. And what we're going to do is generate us one fear. And here's the reason I'm pushing that into there, right? Hear me out. So, I have this lovely Defense 3 card that I just picked up. And I'll be able to defend that. They'll build. Nothing will happen. I'll defend that for 3. One Dahan will take 1 damage. And then they'll counterattack and kill the city and the Explorer. So, this is the land. So, I can actually get started on that one next. So, we activate that. And that's going to be the end of our turn for this. And then we're going to go for a Reclaim. And we're going to gain another Minor Power. Ooh, okay. So we have Swarming Wasp. Spur on with Words of Fire. Call the Guard. And Let There Be Monsters. So Let There Be Monsters I don't care for. But Swarming Wasp is good because it's a 0 fire wind. And we don't really have a lot of energy right now. Spur on with Words of Fire is good. Call the Guard is an amazing defense card. But it's an amazing defense card, but I sort of want to do SPaRking things. I want to do crazy things. So I'm actually going to pick up Swarming Wasp. Spur on with Words of Fire would be fine, but because it's a Sun, Fire, Wind. And I do need another Sun element. But at the same time, I'm just like, if I get that, right? If I do Spur on with Words of Fire, I don't have the energy to pay for it. And it's not going to be good for me right now because I need some cheap cost cards. So we're going to get 1 energy, and then we get 1 energy from our track. And next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play. We're not going to play Haunted by Primal Memories. So we have 2 energy. So we could do Swarming Wasp, and we could put a Beast token there. And then we could do Smite the Land, I want to say. And then next turn we can double grow. So I think we'll go from the top track to get 2 energy per turn. Yeah. And this will be fine then because we'll be able to get another miner. So I'm going to pay 2. And we're going to add 1 beast token to this land. Hopefully we get some beast damage for the event cards. That's what I'm hoping for. Who knows if it'll happen or not. We're going to do Smite the Land next. And we're going to deal 1 damage and add a Badlands. And then we're going to use our SPaRking ability to gain another Minor Power. And let's see what we get here. Nature's Resilience. I might grab that. Savage Maw Beast. 0 fire. I might grab that. Thriving Choke Fungus. And Gift of Nature's Connection. So, here's the thing. We do have a defense. But having a defense 6 would be great. Because say Sands comes up. Then all I have to do is push Dahan into here. Nature's Resilience. And we're golden. The only thing is that it's going to ruin my elements. But I feel like Nature's Resilience is just too big of a pass up. So I'm actually going to pick up Nature's Resilience. Because it's a defense 6. So it defends a city, a town, and an explorer from doing damage. All you need is a Sacred Site. And we're going to be making more Sacred Sites in very, very soon. So I think that's going to be great for us. So we activate these 2 cards. The only thing is it's not our elements. But I'm okay with that. Because what I want to do is I want to keep I want to keep our foot on their neck, sort of, and stop them from doing too much. Plus, it is a water. It does heal 2 blight if we choose not to defend. Heal 2 blight. It heals 1 blight in case we choose not to defend, so that's also good for us. Because we got blight removal and we have a defense 6. So, alright, that's that. And next, we're going to grab our event card, which is... Oof, okay. Okay, no, this is fine. What we're going to do is weave the lies in mind. Weave lies in the minds of their observers. The second one. And we're going to return a top fear card to the box. And how we're going to do this? Well, we have 2 wind elements. So I'm actually going to discard, because I'm broke. So I'm going to actually discard Lightning's Boon to pay for our other 2 wind. So we can hit that. And during the next normal Ravage, East Town City does +1 damage. So this is fine because I wasn't defending that anyway. Add a beast to a jungle without blight. 1 fear if invaders are present. So I add 1 here, and we gain 1 fear. This moves us to our first fear card of the game. And then on each board, add a wild to a land with the haunt. So I'm actually going to put the wilds here because we might get wetlands again, or we might get coastal. So having wilds in my wetlands is going to be amazing. So next we got our first fear card, which is each player chooses a land to isolate. So one of these 2 lands is going to be explored. They're going to explore into. So I have a 50% chance of getting this right. And I think I'm going to isolate the sand. So I'm going to isolate the sand first. Because if they do explore into the sand, that we stop that explorer into this land, which is great. So there's only going to be 1 explorer here. If they explore into the mountains, that's going to suck, but whatever. It be what it be. So we're going to choose to isolate the sands, and then we're going to ravage. So we put 1 blight in the wetlands, and then we build in the jungle, so we get rid of the disease. We add 1 town here. 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to explore Please Be Sands into the mountains. Oh. Alright, it was a good try. Good try. And next, we're going to do Persistent Explorer. So we are going to add an explorer to this wetlands. And now we have explorers everywhere. So it doesn't really matter. So if everyone survives next turn, yeah. Okay, so we got, what do we have here? What do we have here? So we could take no blight. Okay. Alright, so that's the end of our turn, and now we're going to go to time passes. So I sort of really want to go for another 3 energy. Because we have, and go for 4 card plays. Because then we do, if we do Shattered, if we do Haunted, and then we do Harbingers. Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. We also have a Slave Rebellion coming up too. So, yeah, I think that's going to be fine. This is going to suck because there's going to be 6 towns in that land. So, okay, so we're going to put a presence here. Make another Sacred Site. And then we're going to gain 3 energy. And then we're going to gain 1 more energy. I want to get to 2 energy, but I feel like this is doing me justice. So next, we're going to pay 3 energy. And I think we're good. So we're going to defend. We're going to get 1 fear and defend 3 in this land. And then we're going to get 1 fear and destroy this town. And then we get to push up to 2 Dahan into a land. It's not time for Slave Rebellion. Slave Rebellion is after next turn. So we're going to wait for this card, and we're going to see where we get to next. Because I'm going to reclaim. I'm definitely going to reclaim next turn. I'm definitely going to do... I might let this mountain go and defend that one. Okay, we'll see how that works out. Oh, and we got to do SPaRking. So let's do SPaRking. We don't have any sun, so we can't play a power card, but we can always gain one. So let's see what we get. Rolling Bog, free. Dark and Tangled Woods, maybe. Nope. Birds Cry Warning. Call the Bloodshed. So, here's the thing with Call the Bloodshed, right? It's a 1 fire sun. Like, this is 0 fire, but this will let me deal damage per Dahan. So I could push 2 Dahan in, right? I can use Harbingers this turn. Push 2 Dahan in. Use Reclaim. Use Harbingers again, along with Call the Bloodshed. Make it fast, and then we end up dealing 4 damage for every Dahan. Then all I would need is Nature's Resilience to protect this land. And I think we're good. Yeah, so actually, we're going to grab Call the Bloodshed. Call the Bloodshed is really good because we're moving Dahan around a lot, so we can do damage with them. We're always going to be able to destroy a town, too, so that's going to be really helpful. So, now that I know where I want to move that Dahan to, I don't want to move him right now, though. So, we did our SPaRking, and now we do our events, right? Yep, because we have Fire, Wind, Fire, Wind. Alright, so event time. Choose a land with cities built there. That's really bad. Oh, that's really bad. Well, okay. Because now, instead of defending 3, 4, 5, so they're doing 5 damage, so that's no good. On each board, push up to 2 explorers or 1 town from a land with beasts. I don't want to push that there. This would have been good if I would have got that as my second card, sadly. And we also have a gather 1 Dahan into a land with Dahan. So we can defend 6 here. This would be 8 damage if I push that there. So I'm actually not going to push anything from the beast. Because push up 2 means I can push 0 as well. So we're going to push nothing in there. And I'm going to gather 1 Dahan into here. And they're going to kill everything in that land when the Ravage occurs. So we don't have any fear cards. And then we Ravage in the jungles. So nothing happens here. Bam, our Dahan kill everything there. So we go 1 explorer, 1 town, 1 fear, next fear card, 1 city, 2 fear. So that actually worked out really well for us. Sort of. And then, so we don't have any cities on the board. Well, we didn't, but now we will. So after ravaging in the jungles, they're going to build in the mountains. So they're going to get 3 towns here, and they're going to get 1 city here. And then they're going to explore. So now we're on stage 2, which is the escalation. And they're going to explore into the sands. And this is why I'm happy I did not push. Because I was thinking to push this town here. But if I would have pushed it here, I would have had to blight in one of my sands. And I didn't want to do that. But I'm thinking maybe I should have. So, we're going to have, okay. So now what do we do next here? I don't have enough towns, but I feel like we're going to kill all the towns next turn. So, now we go to the slow phase. Oh, no, wait. Persistent Explorer. So, we're going to add an Explorer to that jungle. And now we're going to do Harbingers of Lightning. And we're going to push 2 Dahan into here. And then we get 1 fear for that. And I think that is all she wrote for this turn. So that's good. That's real good. And now we can... Now what do we do? So we have 1 energy. We're going to reclaim everything. And I want to grab a major, but I sort of don't. I sort of don't at the same time. So let's grab a major. Here's the thing. I like all the cards I have in my hand. I might want to get rid of Haunted by Primal Memories. I think that would be worth getting rid of. So we're going to go for a major right now. And this could change a lot of things for us. So we do have this. That's not a good one for us. Dreams of Untouched Land. I'm sorry, let me pause that. There's a lot to read there. Basically, I'm not using this card. The Trees and Stones Speak of War. This is an amazing card. I'm going to actually pick that up. And Walls of Rock and Thorn. So here's the thing. We have a bunch of cards over here, but I'm going to pick this one up because we are energy starved right now, right? I'm only gaining 1 energy per turn, and I really need to fix that. But the Trees and Stones Speak of War is actually really good because I can actually solve this land next turn. So I think we're actually going to pick this up, and we're going to get rid of Haunted by Primal Memories. We're going to forget this. And now, let's see. So this is going to have 3 towns, but we're going to kill. So this land is basically going to change forces with this land, because we're going to do Call to Bloodshed. We're going to do Harbingers. So we gain 1 energy, and then we gain another energy. So we do Call to Bloodshed. We do Harbingers. And what else could I do here? So I think I'm not going to protect that. No, I will protect that. So we'll do Nature's Resilience. And then I don't want to do Soaring Wasp, so I think actually, no, you know what, we will do Swarming Wasp here, because maybe we can we'll put a Beast token here, and maybe that can do something for us. We're also going to have SPaRking, so we're going to pay 2 energy. And next, and I think that's all she wrote, so we're going to do, so let's get started on our turn. So we're going to do Nature's Resilience, defend 6 there. Then we're going to push 2 Dahan. I have to push these 2 out of here, and I don't want to do that. Yeah, but that's what it's going to be. So I'm going to push 2 Dahan into here. And then we're going to grab 1 Fear. Gives me my next Fear card. And then we're going to do Call to Bloodshed. Deals 1 damage per Dahan. So we're going to deal 4 damage, destroying 2 towns. Giving us 2 Fear. We're going to do Swarming Wasps to add a Beast token here. And then we're going to grab another Miner. Like I don't want to reclaim next turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We could play this Miner if we choose to. So we have Terror Turns to Madness. Maybe. Shadows of the Burning Forest. Maybe. Gnawing Root Bitters. Maybe. And Sky's Herald, the Season of Return. I think we will actually play Sky's Herald. And the reason we're gonna pay 1 energy and we're gonna play Sky's Herald is because I need to gather Dahan back into the sands. So we're gonna gather our Dahan into here. And the reason we're gathering Dahan back into here is because next turn what we want to do is the trees and stones speak of war. So we want to deal 1 damage, killing the town, and then the Dahan will have to fend 4 there. And I don't know what I'm going to do about this sands over here, so that's just going to be it. But as long as I have 2 Dahan here, now we're totally good. Because now should be the Slave Rebellion. And I wish here's the thing. I was thinking, right? I was thinking that we don't do Slave Rebellion, and instead we do Terror Turns to Madness. If I do Terror Turns into Madness, right? We get 3 Fear. And that will put us up to Terror level 2. Which will make whatever our Terror... We've got 2 cards coming up. You know what? Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to gamble. Because Spirit Island is a gambling game. And we're going to get Terror Turns into Madness. And we're actually going to activate it. And we're going to pick this land. If the Terror level is 1, we gain 3 Fear. So we gain 1. We go up to Terror level 2. And then we gain 1 more Fear. Because these Terror... Like, I might be really happy getting this Terror level cards up. So, there's that. And then, even though I don't have Dahan into here, I might just go for the Reclaim. And then play it. If I go for the Reclaim, I have a bunch of 0-cost cards that I could play. So we can play cards and then play trees, blight over here, but kill everything there. And I think that's what I'm going to do. So, yeah. So we got Nature's Resilience there. So we've got options here. So let's see what we do next. So we get our event card, which is, bam, Rebellion. Add, so I'm going to just pause. I'm going to see. Bam. So now you could pause it back then, look at it, read it. Well, basically, we add a strife to a town. And then, after we finish this event card, we put it on underneath the next 3 event cards. So we put a strife on a town, and then invaders with strife take 1 damage per Dahan present. So this town gets demolished, giving us 1 fear, and we get another Dahan in its place. And after that, so it's going to come to us one more time. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we go 1. So we draw another event card, and then we put it under the next 3 event cards. And then, so we get our second event card, which is, where are we at? Stage 2, 3. In a single land with the most invaders, push 1 explorer town to each adjacent land. So, we can actually make this the most adjacent. We can make this like the bad land and just go push you here, and push you here. And now we have an entirely different problem to deal with next turn, because now that Sands is safe and we don't have to worry about that. But these other lands, this got worse, and these got kind of ugh. Each speech generates 1 fear if invaders are present and moves to an adjacent land if not. So bam, that moves there, and we get 1, 2, 3. So we get 3 fear total. So we get 1, 2, gives us our next event card, our next fear card, and then 3. On each board, push 2 Dahan from a land with blight to a land without blight. So that's great news for us, because now I don't have to reclaim. Because then we can do exactly what we said we were going to do. Okay. And that event card just sort of sorted us all out. And now we have fear cards. So France's level 6 ability prevents explorers from getting removed by fear cards. So whenever we would remove explorers, we instead push that invader, or we leave that invader there. But invaders don't get removed by fear cards. So we're terror level 2. We've got 4 fear cards. Let's see what we got. 1 fear per board with both invaders and Dahan. Lands with Dahan have defend 3. Invaders do -6 damage to Dahan during Ravage. That's cool. So we get 1 fear. And then that goes away. And then we get our next fear card, which is skip the next normal explorer. During the next invader phase, draw an additional explore card. I want to keep that over there so I remember that. And then invaders do -1 damage per damage they have taken. On each board in the land matching a Ravage card, 1 damage each to up to 2 invaders. So that could have been good, but so we're just going to let the explorers deal 1 damage to themselves, killing them instantly. No, I have to do this. Does this feel like 2 cards? Yeah, so I actually have to do this in 1 land. So we're just going to kill that explorer. And then our next one is, on each board, remove 1 town explorer from a land matching a Ravage card. So we're actually going to remove that. And now our board is looking fine. So if we can find a way to get rid of this city and this town and city that's about to be, we should be good. Okay, I think I got some ways. I think we'll need some more energy though. So we skip the next normal explorer. So, alright, so we're done with our fear cards. We ravage in the mountains. We build in the sands. And we don't explore. But we're going to have to draw 2 explore cards next turn. Okay, so everything is slow, everything is there, and we are in for some wild zinger moments here. So, what do we do? So we have to do the tree speak, and I feel like I actually have to reclaim, because I don't have any cards to play. If I just do this, I could take a free turn. I don't want to take a free turn, though. We could do this over here and gain 3 energy. So that way we're still growing. Because then we get 5 energy. And then I have things I can still do. So we could do the trees, speak of stone and war. And we could do smite the land. Smite the land will let me deal 1 damage here. But I can put a Badlands in. And maybe next turn I can kill that city. Because then I'll reclaim. Okay. Do I have any 0 costs? Nope. So that's 2, 4. I don't have nothing else. I don't have nothing else I can play here. So I think that's going to be this is gonna be a terrible turn, but maybe the fear card can help us out. So we're gonna do 1 damage, and we're gonna add a Badlands here. Then we're gonna do Trees Speak of Stone and War. Bam! Kill that town. Gain 1 fear. And there is Defend 4 in this land, and then that's it. So we're still good. No blight or nothing. We get our event card, which is, if you have any earned fear cards, resolve the first one now. As if we are on sterile level 2, otherwise 1 fear per player. So we get 1 fear, getting us our next fear card because we don't have any fear card to resolve. And then in each land, on each board, in a land with Badlands, Beasts, and Towns and Cities, 1 damage, destroy 1 Badlands, 1 Beast, 1 damage to the Han, 1 damage. So we destroy this, and we sort of had it at 2 damage, what I wouldn't give. And the land with the most Dahans, push half, round it down. So I can actually push you over here. And that's going to be the end of that fear card. And then this one is, each player removes up to 3 health of invaders from a land with disease, or 1 explorer from an inland land. I guess we just push... Oh, did I? No, we didn't explore. That's why I didn't do that. Okay. So I think I'm just going to push that explorer there. Because again, we don't remove explorers. We just push them. So I think that's going to be that. And so we get into our... So we ravage in the sands. Bada bing, bada boom. You gone. Now we're going to draw two explorer cards. So the first explorer is into the wetlands. This has a wild, so nothing happens. This explores, and we have to do our escalation. So we have to add a town. That's fine. Ain't nothing I've never seen before. If we could have destroyed that city, we would have been golden. I didn't have a way to destroy it. And then we're going to explore into the jungles. So we can't explore into this jungle because there's only 1 explorer there and there's no towns around it. So there's no source, but these guys come in like this. And then we're going to choose to add a town into here. And then we go to the slow phase. So this is kind of like, I thought this was going to happen, but we are at 5 card plays. So we're going to go for the reclaim now. So we don't have a ravage. We're going to gain 1 energy, and we're going to gain a minor, and we're going to hope it's a 0 cost fire. Because now that I have so many card plays, we can be SPaRking places. So we got domesticated animals, hazards. Oh, I'm sorry. So we got hazards, domesticated animals, call migrate, and sap the strength of multitude. So sap is great, but we already have a good defense card, and I think I want hazards. So now, this is going to be a town. This is going to be a whole bunch of towns. This is going to be town city. That's going to be a town city. So what are we going to do here? We are going to SPaRk, ladies and gents. That's right. You heard it. It's SPaRking time. So we need to play Fulmination. We need to play Swarming Wasp. Hold up. What am I forgetting? So I forgot to heal the city. And I forgot to do Persistent Explorer. So let's explore into the sand. Okay? So we got 2, 0. There is a Call of Bloodshed that could be done. There is a Harbingers. And there is a Hazards. Alright. So this is cool. Where do I even begin? Where do I even begin? Because we can SPaRk somewhere. So if we SPaRk here, we can kill everything. I want to SPaRk here, right? Okay, let's do this. So what we're going to do is, we're going to start off with Swarming Wasp. And instead of adding a beast, we're going to pick this land. And if target land has a beast, we push up to 2 explorers. So we're going to push these 2 explorers there. We're going to activate SPaRking into this land. So when we have 2 suns, we have 5 fires, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have 2 wins. We've got 3 wins. So we've got things we can do here. So we're gonna choose. Well, hold up. Let me pay for everything first. So we are going to grab a miner. Remember, this is the land we're targeting with SPaRking, and I'm hoping to get another 0 cost. So we got Gift of Power. I might get Gift of Power, honestly. Portents of Disaster. Call of the Dahan Ways. And Voracious Growth. The reason I'm going to get Gift of Power is because we can actually put it into play, which is what we're going to do, so we can grab another miner power. Like, I love SPaRking's ability to just go through the miner power deck like this and just pick out the tools that you need. Because then, what we're going to do is we're going to use Harbingers, and we're going to push those 2 into there. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do Harbingers yet. We're going to do Hazards of Crop, Hazard Spread, and we're going to add a Badlands to this land. And then we're going to do Smite the land with Fulmination. So we're going to deal 1 damage in this land, add a Badlands, and because of SPaRking, we deal 1 damage to every invader in this land. So bam, all those explorers are gone. We gain 1 fear. Now we have a lot of wind, so we can make the rest of these powers fast. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Harbingers to push 2 explorers, 2 Dahan into here. And then we get 1 fear, giving us our next fear card. Now, where can I call? Here's the thing. So we do have Call to Bloodshed available. If I do this here, I kill everything here because we have the Badlands. If I do that here, 3, 4, we do not kill everything. So I'm actually going to do Call to Bloodshed here in this wetlands, and we're going to kill everything in this wetlands. Oh, I grabbed an extra. I must have grabbed that town from somewhere. Let's see. No, wait. 3, 6, 7. Yeah, okay, yeah. So we've got gift. We got that. And I think we're good. Yeah. Okay, and I think that's the end of our phase. So they're gonna... Oh, wait. What could I do here, though? Because the junk... I solved the wetlands. I did not solve the junks. Well, no, we've got Tree Speak. And we got Shattered Homestead. Okay, so we have a way to deal with the jungles. So we're good then. Alright, everything's good. We have enough cards. So, healthy, nothing's happening. Event card is... Ooh, okay. Yes. So each spirit may add 1 presence to one of their lands with Dahan. So I have... How many waters do I have? I have 1 water. I actually have no elements. So I'm actually going to forget Terror Turns to Madness. And we're going to generate enough water elements. Because this is an amazing event card. And it's sort of why I love having like a water element card. I actually got Gift of Power in case I had to forget a card for this. But I do have Terror Turns to Madness. And it already served its part by helping us get to Terror level 2. So, what we're going to do is we're going to add a presence. So we're going to add a presence to a land with Dahan. This is why you always want to have a presence in a land with Dahan. Doesn't matter where, as long as you have it. And then we got Beast Attack. So each beast deals 2 damage. Remove any tokens that destroy towns or cities. So destroy that. We do have a beast here. He's going to deal... I'm going to say he deals 2 damage, killing 1 town, generating 1 fear, and we remove this beast token. And then, during Ravage in every land, defend 1 per Dahan land. Alright, so now we're definitely not worried about that. So we sort of have to figure out how we want to get rid of this. That city's going to be a bit of a pain, but we have Demoralized, which is defend 2 on all lands. Whoops, wrong button. There we go. And so they're not gonna, so nothing's happening. So then they Ravage. Nothing happens in a Ravage step. Then they build in the jungles and wetlands. So we get 2 towns added here. And then they're going to explore, please don't be coast, into the coastal lands. I feel like I always get the coastal lands. So, how bad is this? Kind of weird, actually. So, like, before I started playing this game, I played a few more games of SPaRking against friends just to get used to it. Because here's the thing, right? I don't want to show you a game that's just bad, where I make a bunch of bad decisions. I want to show you interesting games, but at the same time, I want to show you that I know what I'm doing with these spirits. And getting that major is a good... I like SPaRking because I have the ability to gain majors, and I have the energy track to support it. I just have to go through it. So, they're exploring to the coastal lands, and then they're going to do Persistent Explorer. So, they're going to explore into this sands. And so, where do we think we're at? So, I think we're really good. Because here's what I'm thinking, right? So, let's use Gift of Power. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, we're going to use Gift of Power. Lets us gain minor powers. And we're going to see what we get. Pact of the Joined Hunt. Lure of the Unknown. Delusions of Danger. Delulu. And Purifying Flame. Part of me wants to grab Purifying Flame, but another part of me wants to grab Lure of the Unknown because it's free. So let me see. I do have another sun. I think I'm going to grab Lure of the Unknown because it's free. I love free things. So that's going to be it for this turn. And now this coming turn is going to be really heavy energy. So we're actually going to pay 1, and we're going to get 3 energy. And then we're going to get another 2 energy, because this turn is going to be really, really rough. Because what's going to happen is, we're going to play the trees. We're going to play the trees, and then... Let's see, I need a plant earth. I do have a plant earth, so we can do Nature's Resilience. And then, so here's what's going to happen, right? So, we need one more sun, actually. So, instead of grabbing Lure, I will grab Purifying Flame. Hear me out. So, here's what's going to happen, right? So, with these 3 cards, I'm going to hit this innate. So, we're going to do 3 damage, 4 damage in this land because of the Badlands, killing this town. And then we're going to push 1 Dahan here with a Defend 2, so that will defend that land and kill them. And over here, we're going to do Nature's Resilience and just let that be. So there's going to be 2, 4, 5. So we're going to be at 5 energy. I could play Lightning's Boon to play SPaRking again. But I don't want to go broke, so we're just going to pay the 4 energy. Because this is going to handle pretty much everything. We're going to do Purifying Flames in here. That should kill that. Yeah, okay. And even though we can't do SPaRking this turn, next turn when we draw, we'll be at 4 energy. So, I think things will be fine. So, let's see. Where are we at? It's not Slave Rebellion, is it? So, Healthy Island, nothing happens. It is not. So, next turn is going to be Slave Rebellion. So, we lose 1. No. Nope. Add 1 omen token to the land without omens that has the most invaders. After the Ravage step, 2 fear, invaders ravage, remove 1 omen token. So I'm actually going to pick this land because this has the most invaders. And yeah, I'm going to actually pick this land. So next turn, so not this Ravage step, but next Ravage step, 2 fear, and any invaders in this land will ravage. Alright? So in each land with beasts, 1 damage per beast. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I didn't do my event. I didn't do this stuff yet. So 2 damage. So, because we actually can't pick that. So 2 damage, 2 fear, push 1 Dahan out. And then we have to actually pick... I'm going to pick this land as the Ravage. As the Ravage action. So next turn. And then in each land with beasts, 1 damage per beast. Bam. And then lands with Dahan have defend 2. It lands with towns and cities, and no Dahan ravage actions do +1 damage. Don't care. So we ravage in the wetlands first. Everything dies. Ravage in the jungle. Nothing happens. They build in the coastal land. Coast is free. And next, they're going to explore into the sands and wetlands. So, they don't explore here. They will explore here. They will explore here. And they will explore over here. They don't explore here because there's no, like, Dahan there. So, and then we move on down to the next. And next turn is actually the Slave Rebellion. So I think that's actually where we're going to win off at. Because we're going to do Purifying Flame, killing that Explorer. Then we're going to end our turn. And then we're going to Reclaim. Gain a Minor Power. I'm just looking for Dahan Gather, Dahan Movement. So we got Entrancing Apparitions, Devouring Ants, Flesh Rot Fever, and Confounding Mist. I'm actually going to pick up Flesh Rot Fever. We're not going to play it because it doesn't matter anymore, but if we were, that's what we would pick up. And then we're going to get 2 energy. And now I think we are ready to play. So we could hit them. We can hit them with everything. How could we do this? Because I feel like we could win before we even hit the Slave Rebellion. I literally have so many cards in my hand. It's where are we at? We're still at 5 card plays. So what I do here, right, is we do hazards. Or Harbingers. We do Harbinger. Okay. And how much energy are we going to play? Because we're going to win right here. I don't see how I don't win. Pretty much. Is what I'm saying here. Right now. Because we actually have enough to SPaRking. We have enough to... So we're going to win right now. I can SPaRk. I can do everything. So I'm going to... What would be... So let's do this. I don't care. We're not going to think about this too hard. We're going to get 1 fear. Bam, terror level 3. We're going to move 2 Dahan into this land. Next, we're going to do Call to Bloodshed to deal 2 damage. And then we're going to play Smite the Land with Fulmination, our aspect card, deal 1 damage, put a Badlands in, and we get 2 fear. And because there's no towns or cities on the board, we win. Yeah, that was, and that's SPaRking. Honestly, I've never played that way, where I just G3'd all the time, and I just did like, oh, I'm going to grab 3 energy, and then I'm going to grab another 3 energy. I've never really done that. And the reason I never really do that is because normally what I want to do is I go G2, first I do G2 top, and then I do G2 bottom, and then I sort of go focus on the top because we got 4 card plays. So at this point, I can grab some energy, and with that event card, I would have been able to get to 5 card plays, and then focus on another 4 energy, and then maybe we could do 5 energy 6 card plays. I don't know. Like we had ways to do it, but the reason I didn't do all those G2s, I didn't move like that was, again, they started off in the wetlands, and because they started off with the wetlands, I had to prevent them from making a city. But if I was going to prevent them from making a city, then I might as well have just prevented the entire land. Because what would happen is they have a town, they explore, they add a city, and then I have to put a town in another land, so probably over here, and then I'm losing my towns. But by saying, hey, I'm going to use Shattered Homesteads, clear that up, get rid of that, and take the Blight there, it sort of enabled me to get a nice controlling grasp on the rest of my board. So that really goes to show you how like a first turn could really like make or break you. Because again, we got the wetlands, we got jungles, and then came the wetlands, and then came the jungles again, and then came the coast again. So it's sort of like, you know what I mean? part of me does, like, I have a love-hate relationship with this fear card, because I feel like if you get the 3rd level, you're good. But getting the 2nd level is kind of okay, but it sort of like puts you in a situation where you got to deal with 4 lands when you were only, it buys you a turn, but you have to deal with 4 lands instead of 2. So luckily for me, I was ahead of where I needed to be. But again, you know, it just goes to show you how this game really puts you through the grinder. If you sort of can figure out a land, the way I play is like this. I solve 1 land at a time until I'm strong enough to start dealing with 2 lands at a time. Because you only have so many actions and so many energy, so much energy. So you want to make sure you're using your things to your full potential. And yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. We're all entertained and all that fun jazz. I don't want to keep you here forever. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to play one more Spirit Island game, because I want to play as one of my favorite spirits from the new series. Let me know in the comments which spirit you think it is, and I'll give you a hint. He moves around. But yes, let me know what you think. And let me know if you have any suggestions on things that I missed, or on how things could be played better. I'm not sure if you were able to see all the cards that I needed you to see. Well, no, like, I'm sure you were able to see the cards. Also, if you prefer pausing, or if you would prefer me, like, shutting up while you read the card, you know, let me know. I'm open to making this a better viewing experience for you. And yeah, that's gonna be it. This was France 6 against Lightning Swift Strike with the SPaRking aspect. And I will catch you all in the next one. Later.